What's up, Fragrant World? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. Hope you're doing well. Today we're bringing you a review of, again, one of the newest fragrances from the house of Argos. They have a brand new Italian collection. We've already reviewed one of them, that was Triumph of Bacchus. If you missed that video, check out the review there. One of my favorite fragrances right now in terms of a sweet, succulent, seductive date night scent with a lot of depth and interest and a great story behind it. Today, we are talking about Bacio Immortale. Now, this is their leather-based fragrance. That is the heart and the focal point of this. So really briefly, let's talk a little bit about the presentation and the backstory. Here's your box. It's a little different. Well, it's very different from Triumph of Bacchus. We have a totally different artwork here. I believe this is depicting Eros or Cupid kissing Psyche, inducting her into basically immortality. This translates to immortal kiss. So that is the story. That is how Psyche basically became a goddess. She received a kiss from Cupid, and that's all she wrote. So inside of this box, we have the main box, which is again kind of this like almost faux leather book style box. And inside this box would be the bottle. Oh, you might be wondering, how did the bottle get in the box? I was just holding it. I guess you'll never know. That's just the magic I have. Future Justin, please don't tell them. Don't tell them. Just let it be magic.
Magic? Magic? Are you serious? The only reason you can say that is because I'm going to edit this video to make it look like magic. But you're just sitting there doing your little mix and shuffle. You took the bottle and then you put it in the box and I cut it out so they couldn't see it. There's no magic here.
How did I know you were gonna do that? Anyway, again, bottle sits in here. You can pause it if you want to read this. This is the story that I've already summarized, and these are the notes, which we will talk about shortly. Again, here's that beautiful bottle. It rests in here. And one thing I do like, there's some beautiful detailing here. It is magnetic, which is nice. So getting into the scent, again, as I said, this is a leather-based fragrance. This opens up actually kind of bright and fresh. You have bergamot and lemon, which is a beautiful combo. It's a combo that you actually see a lot in more classical type perfumes like a Chypre or something like that. But it does lend a beautiful brightness to it. There's quite a bit of pepper, so it is spicy, and it is quite sweet with the raspberry. And there's leather that's already coming through as soon as you spray it on. The leather's in the heart and the base, which we'll get to. So it is sweet and bright and leathery. It kind of sounds like a strange combination, but it really works. It is beautifully balanced. The leather note has a roundness to it. It's not brash or animalistic or anything like that. Now, when I first smelled this fragrance over a year ago, I got a sample from Christian, the perfumer and the owner, and the first thing that came to mind when I smelled this was honestly Tom Ford's Tuscan leather. And I have to be honest, yeah, it does bear quite a resemblance to Tuscan leather. This is in that genre of a spicy, sweet leather fragrance. But I do have to say that in comparing it to that, this is nowhere near as aggressive as Tuscan leather. So if you found Tuscan leather to be a little bit too brash and in your face, this is a step in a different direction that you might enjoy. It is much more rounded, it is smooth, it is balanced, and it's again even a little bit more bright and fresh than Tuscan leather, which I don't think has much freshness at all. Anyway, as the freshness starts to die a little bit, into the heart we get a bit of a floral heart with violet and jasmine. There's some pink pepper in there, and yet again leather, as I said. So you don't really detect the florals outright, like in terms of there's the violet, there's the jasmine, but you do get a little bit of this floral richness that adds, again, just some more meat to the heart. It makes it a little bit more thick, which is nice. I think this contributes to how it's going to smell in the air. It's not just straight up leather. It kind of smooths it out a bit. I think that is kind of how the florals function here. And that pink pepper does keep it projecting off your skin. It keeps it spicy and it keeps it kicking, so people will detect it around you. And when this thing dries down, man, I feel like Christian put every good thing about at least fragrances that I like into the base of this. There's more leather, as I said. You do have some birch wood, there's oud in here, there's musk, there's vanilla. It stays sweet, it gets creamier, and it's still thick as it dries. And again, that leather note is king here. The leather is taking over, but it's not too much. And a lot of people might think that an overtly leather fragrance would be overtly masculine, but in this case, I don't think so. I think this is a wonderfully unisex leather fragrance. Now, again, the way I believe about gender and perfumes is that there is no gender, only personality. If you like this type of personality in a fragrance, something that is leathery, it's assertive, but it's also elegant and kind of mysterious, then anyone could wear this. I think anyone could appreciate it. Now, this stuff does have great performance, as all of the fragrances in this collection, and really everything that Christian makes, he does make with a high oil concentration. It is an eau de parfum. Performance is no slouch. This thing will last me 10 hours on the skin. It doesn't project all that much. I wouldn't call it beast mode, but it does have a nice sillage. It's going to leave a trail, especially at night when you're dressed either elegantly or even like, you throw on a leather jacket or something like that. When it's not too cold, it does shine in the winter time too, but I think when there's just a little bit of warmth in the breeze and the wind catches the scent, man, it smells absolutely incredible. It is a head turner. It will get people's attention. They will be asking you what you're wearing, and if they're not, then they'll at least subconsciously be very drawn to you, because the scent is so interesting. It's so attention demanding, but it's also, again, kind of mysterious, and it makes you just want to learn more. One thing I do have to say, and I know it might be hard to believe that I'm being honest here, because I was sent these fragrances for free, but I am being 100% transparent with you all. These fragrances that Christian has made, this new collection, they have so much depth and interest and beautiful quality in the blend, at least if you're asking me in terms of my taste. So I just can't help but kind of sing the praises. I love the way they smell. I love the way it makes me feel when I wear it. And I do get positive attention, at least the little bit of attention that I've had while being cooped up in quarantine. I've seen people here and there, and the people have asked about it. So that's all I got to say about Bacio Immortale. I got another review coming later. I think we'll be having some more giveaways coming later. Maybe another live stream with Christian. We'll still got to figure it out, but there will be more on Argos later. So if you have any interest in checking out Bacio Immortale or any of the fragrances from the house, there's a link down in the description with a code FRESH10. I've been talking about this forever, but the code is still active. You can get 10% off your order. A lot of you guys have gotten sample packs, and you've written back to me and told me how much you really enjoy the fragrances, so I appreciate that. You can use the 10% on a full bottle if you feel so daring and adventurous. Go for it. I think currently a full bottle, 100 milliliters, is $225. So as I said in my Triumph of Bacchus review, that is not cheap. I totally can acknowledge that, but I do believe in terms of a niche fragrance experience, you do get what you pay for. I mean, this bottle is incredible. Super heavy glass with a thick base. Everything is custom. Beautiful metal cap with this beautiful Argos insignia, the Eye of Ra on there. All the little details. Again, you got Argos on the neck of the cap here. This plate is custom with this artwork that each one has, individually depending on what the fragrance is, and it's actually like embedded into the glass instead of pasted on the glass, which is a whole nother process. There's a lot of things that go into making this what it is, and again, even with the box, all the details, everything is here. So I do believe that you get what you pay for, but if you want to check it out, you be the judge. But those are my thoughts on Bacio Immortale. Let me know what you think of it down below. If you've already tried it, then tell me in the comments what you think of the fragrance. If you're interested in trying it, then we can talk about that too. If you like the video, like the video. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. I would really love to see you back in the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.